It's that simple, and it all starts with Doorbuster Buys, beginning Friday, 5 a.m. at H.H. Gregg.
Tonight, the holiday rush and crush, jam-packed airports and highways as Americans prepare to give thanks. I'm Russ Mitchell. Also tonight, sticker shock. Higher prices mean tough choices. Will you fill your tank or fill your cup?
I have to heat my home. I have to have hot water. I have to put gas in my car.
Plus, online stalking, how teenagers unwittingly play into the hands of predators. And a treasure in the classroom, the old school teacher who sure doesn't act her age.
I'm cool.
This is the CBS Evening News with Katie Couric.
And good evening. Katie is on assignment tonight. At this hour, a good number of Americans are on their way to spend the Thanksgiving holiday with family and friends. Nearly 39 million are expected to travel at least 50 miles. That's a new record. But getting there is not half the fun, especially with a band of storms moving eastward. Snow is expected this evening in Chicago, where O'Hare Airport serves as a vital hub for travelers. Here's Dean Reynolds.
Y'all went back to Miami.
Undaunted by talk of delays or cancellations, intrepid Thanksgiving travelers fell into line at airports across the nation today, hoping their trip would not be a turkey.
We got our books and we got our snacks, and so we're ready to understand that we could have some delays.
Delays, you can see them there in yellow on the board, started early, thanks to pea soup fog in the east, sheets of rain in the Midwest, and an untimely snowfall in the west. A map of the nation showed busy skies as the day and the weather wore on.
The weather's playing a significant role today.
As many as 4.7 million passengers will be traveling today through Sunday and Monday, which is about 600,000 more per day than fly normally. Planes are at 90% capacity. So the government has opened military air corridors to commercial jetliners along the East Coast to ease congestion. But while it's a nice try, it really boils down to more planes waiting to get to the usual number of gates.
Only so much space at the airport, the gate space, the runway space, and taxiway space.
To ease the stress, officials at O'Hare trotted out none other than the Rockettes as a high-kicking diversion. And they invited a quartet to pass the time for the disgruntled, who, by the way, can turn to websites now to air their complaints. FlyersRights.com is actively soliciting travel tales of woe to post for all to see. On land, Amtrak is packed. Ridership is 115,000 today, 70% more than a typical Wednesday. But the majority of holiday travelers are hitting the roads instead of the runways or rails. Even with gasoline 80 cents more expensive than last year and the slippery conditions over much of the country, some 31 million people will be driving to their destination.
Gasoline prices are not going to deter travelers this holiday, and that's because Thanksgiving is really all about family.
And back at O'Hare Airport now, airline officials have added quite a few personnel to help out, along with those automated ticket kiosks, and the security process has been streamlined, all with an eye toward getting people where they want to go without it having to take forever to get them there. Russ?
Well, Dean, we're talking about folks getting to Thanksgiving dinner. What about getting home in a few days? Just how nasty is that expected to get?
That will be the real test, because unlike these departures, which have been staggered all week long, virtually everybody, all 4.7 million, will be returning to jobs or schools on Sunday night or Monday morning. That will be the test.
Okay. Dean Reynolds in Chicago, thank you very much. And as the holiday season begins, the economy is slowing down. The Conference Board's index of leading economic indicators fell by 0.5% last month to a two-year low. The board blames it on the housing slump and the rise in consumer prices. Of particular concern, the skyrocketing cost of energy. Crude oil flirted once again with the $100 a barrel mark before closing today at $97.29. And the high cost of oil has a major ripple effect, not just in the obvious areas like gas prices, but in unexpected ways as well. More now from John Blackstone.
I monitor live quotes.
George Vukasin watches the price of oil minute to minute, bracing himself when it rises.
When I see it here, I know it's coming.
Vukasin isn't in the oil business. He's in the coffee business, but a tour of his roastery shows how energy prices percolate through the whole economy.
This comes from Honduras. This is Guatemala.
The cost of shipping sacks of coffee around the world depends on the price of oil. Energy costs hit everything from firing the roaster to running forklifts and delivery trucks.
The price of natural gas, price of propane, price of oil, price of electricity, all is going up.
Even the plastic wrap that keeps coffee fresh is a petroleum product. It's getting more expensive too. So this year, Vukasin has raised his retail price 35 cents from $8.99 a pound, about a 4% increase. There's been a 7% rise in wholesale prices.
Pretty soon, those costs have to be passed, unfortunately, to the consumer.
It will roll out gradually over a period of weeks and months.
Energy economist Severin Borenstein.
All of that is going to ripple through and eventually end up at the retail prices.
As prices go up, filling our coffee cup is a luxury we can sometimes do without, but filling our tank is harder to cut back on. And not just the gas tank. Home heating oil is up too, from $2.37 a gallon last year to $3.21. That could add more than $1,000 to this winter's heating bill for homeowners in the Northeast, like Bill Hirsch.
I have to heat my home. I have to have hot water. I have to put gas in my car.
And economists say as consumers spend more on energy, they'll have less to spend on other things. And that could mean what's brewing in the economy is trouble. John Blackstone, CBS News, Oakland.
Turning to politics now, the presidential primary calendar is getting a bit clearer. Here's tonight's Campaign 08 notebook. The courts in Michigan cleared the way today for a January 15th primary. New Hampshire quickly followed by locking in January 8th, just 5 days after the Iowa caucuses. A tight turnaround for the candidates and a tough break for New Hampshire businesses that count on primary profits. There was a pre-Thanksgiving rush of presidential hopefuls at shelters and food banks in several states. John Edwards was on duty at a food pantry in North Carolina today.
So all I'm doing is just passing it down?
While Barack Obama passed out turkeys in New Hampshire. In Iowa, Mitt Romney packed meals this afternoon. And last night, Hillary Clinton took her turn and was asked what she's thankful for.
You know, at our house, we go around and everybody has to say what they're thankful for. And I hope everybody in Iowa says, well, we're thankful for one day without all the hot air and all of the campaigning.
John McCain was in New Hampshire this week, but now he's taking his campaign on the road to Iraq, where the troop surge has left President Bush thrilled. But one surge that surprised just about everybody, Mike Huckabee in Iowa. The Republican presidential hopeful has gone from 8% to 24% in the most recent Washington Post poll. Among evangelicals, Huckabee leads Mitt Romney by 2-1, and if he can hang on long enough to damage Romney outside of Iowa, that could be the best holiday present for Rudy Giuliani. Overseas now, the crisis in Pakistan eased just a bit today as the government freed more than 5,000 lawyers and political activists who'd been jailed, including opposition leader Imran Khan. And there is word that President Musharraf may step down as army chief, possibly as early as this weekend. All of this follows pressure from the U.S. and other nations demanding that Musharraf restore democratic rule. Sheila McVicker has the latest now from Islamabad.
After weeks of pressuring Pakistan's military leader, President Bush is now praising him, this week calling him, quote, a man of his word, who, quote, hasn't crossed the line where he would lose Washington's support. But on the ground in Pakistan, the question is, what does Musharraf have to do to cross that line? Rather than a defender of democracy, now many here see him as an obstacle.
Pakistan faces a one-man calamity, and it is only one man who is trying to perpetuate his rule by all possible means.
Musharraf first permitted independent media, but now TV networks that will not bow to government influence are off the air, and every day journalists are arrested. Bush this week praised Musharraf for releasing political prisoners, but CBS News sources say that thousands more are still under arrest. More lawyers, journalists, and human rights workers are being detained daily. These pictures obtained by CBS News show a police training center which houses a notorious intelligence services prison. Some of the most prominent detainees are believed to be held here. Others, including a former Supreme Court judge, have simply disappeared. Police moved in on the president of the Supreme Court Bar Association, lawyer Etizaz Ehsan, as he spoke at a press conference.
The police came in and they said, sorry, it's over. We have to pick you up.
Tonight, Ehsan is still in prison.
There is no democracy in the country, and President Bush knows it better than we do.
Two general musharrafs to President Bush, a moderate leading his country to democracy. To many Pakistanis, a dictator dressed as a Democrat, now taking his country backwards. Sheila McVicker, CBS News, Islamabad.
Late today, we got word of a major development in the Natalie Holloway case. She is the 18-year-old from Alabama who went missing 2 years ago while vacationing in Aruba. She is presumed to be dead. Now, 3 men who were briefly detained back then were re-arrested today. Officials claim they've uncovered new evidence against Satish and Deepak Kalpo and Joran Vandersloot. They were arrested on suspicion of involvement of manslaughter. And there's more CBS News ahead. Up next, how the secrets teens reveal about themselves on the web turn them into targets for online predators.
Campbell's green bean casserole. Make some holiday magic.
I'll be home for Christmas.
This holiday with Crest White Strips Premium. You'll bring home a smile that can't be missed. See whiter teeth after just 3 days. Full results in 7.
For Christmas.
This holiday, share a whiter smile with Crest White Strips Premium.
Cholesterol. It can come from a casserole, creamy tuna and peas, and your grandmother, Louise. From Mom's lasagna, extra cheesy, and your pop, Petey. A healthy diet is important. When that's not enough, adding Vytorin can help. Cholesterol comes from 2 sources, food and family. Vytorin treats 2 sources. Only Vytorin helps block the absorption of cholesterol from food and reduces the cholesterol your body makes naturally. Vytorin was also proven in clinical studies to lower bad cholesterol more than Lipitor alone. Vytorin is not for everyone, including people with liver problems, women who are nursing, pregnant, or may become pregnant. Tell your doctor right away about unexplained muscle pain or weakness, which may be a sign of a rare but serious side effect. Certain medicines or foods may increase your risk of getting this serious side effect. Simple blood tests are needed to check for liver problems. So eat right, stay active, but if that's not enough, ask your doctor about adding Vytorin, the only medicine that treats the 2 sources of cholesterol.
Nothing says happy holidays quite like the word duh. As in, it's obvious. Like getting a great deal on a great car. Happy holiday.
Get $500 HMFC bonus cash and 0% APR for 72 months on a 2008 Hyundai Sonata.
Her bread always came from her oven. Her pot roast took all day. That's how grandmas show their love. Marie Callender's does it with the flaky crust and juicy white meat in her chicken pot pies. Marie Callender's.
If a stranger stopped you on the street and asked for your name and address, chances are you'd turn around and walk away. But teenagers unwittingly give strangers access to all sorts of personal details when they post information about themselves on their web pages. A warning now, as Seth Doan concludes our series, The Secret Lives of Teens.
This is video taken by a stalker who added the eerie music. A teenage girl, completely unaware, is followed. Information posted online revealed where she worked and when. Later, she was tailed home. But all those details came from the girl herself. Adrienne Chavez posted them on her own webpage.
You don't really think it's a big deal because everybody has information, personal information online. So, I never thought twice about it.
Her stalkers? Fellow classmates at Thomas Wooten High School in Maryland, participating in a project to show how vulnerable teens make themselves on the internet.
Well, she caught on at one point that people were following her, but if it was a really good stalker, she might have not caught on until it was too late, and she might have never known until something serious happened.
According to one recent survey, 61% of teens reveal where they live on their profiles, 29% give their email address, and 29% even post their last name.
There are images that you'll never forget.
Wyoming investigator Flint Waters says he's seen how too much personal detail can become bait for internet predators.
A single picture of themselves wearing the school jersey or wearing some other distinguishing clothing lets this predator figure out where they are and how to reach them.
In fact, in a quick survey of social networking sites, we found one girl posting her cell phone number online. Another one names her college and even the dorm she lives in, including the number on her door. This guy shows his phone number and his employer.
The kids have a disconnect, a total disconnect between reality and virtuality. When they're online, they think it's a special world that they can control, but they have no control over it at all.
The stalking project at Wooten High was so realistic, it hit a nerve.
Kids got mad at us for saying, oh, you're not our parents, you can't tell us what to do.
How do we stop it? We can talk to the parents, but get in line behind don't do drugs, brush your teeth after every meal, eat healthy, exercise. It just doesn't get there.
But AFTAB says there are some things teens can do. Don't post anything you don't want parents, police, or predators to see. Remember that what you post online stays online forever. And think of the impression you'll make before you post. In the end, as the students at Wooten learned, it's up to the teens themselves to be smart with their online behavior.
What we're saying is, don't be stupid about it. Don't show the world what you do in your spare time, because it will get you in trouble.
Seth Doan, CBS News, Rockville, Maryland.
Now this update on a story we first brought you last week. This is the haka dance, the hottest thing now in high school football. It's the traditional war dance of the Maori people of New Zealand, and now it's spreading across this country. This is Oregon's Jefferson High football team. They love the haka so much, they're willing to take a 15-yard penalty every time they dance. The referees say haka amounts to taunting the opposing team, but players said they'd take the penalty rather than go haka-free.
Married 42 years and never a day apart. When Bill was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, each day became more precious. We talked to his doctor and found out about prescription Aricept.
It's thought that Aricept may reduce the breakdown of a vital chemical in the brain. Aricept is the only treatment approved for all stages of Alzheimer's disease, mild, moderate, and severe.
Studies showed Aricept helps with memory and performing everyday tasks. Aricept is well tolerated, but not for everyone. People at risk for stomach ulcers or who take certain other medicines should tell their doctors, because serious stomach problems such as bleeding may get worse. Some people may experience fainting. Some people may have nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, bruising, or not sleep well. Some people may have muscle cramps or loss of appetite, or may feel tired. In studies, these were usually mild and temporary. Don't wait. Ask your doctor about Alzheimer's treatments, including Aricept. If it helps Bill be more like himself longer, that means so much.
The 60s were about change, defying convention. Take Total, the very first cereal with 100% nutrition. Today, we still do things differently. Only Total cereal has the 100% daily value of calcium for your body. An antioxidant to support a healthy mind. And a taste that's amazing. We're not out to change the world, just the way the world eats breakfast. Total, for mind and body.
This guy used to keep a lot of pain relievers. He had one for belly flops. He had another one for back flips. He went head first into some heavy metal. He got another one for that. Then he realized he didn't need different pain relievers for all his pains. Advil works on all of them. It's his every pain reliever, and nothing's proven stronger. He'll feel that in the morning, but he's all Advil, so he'll be ready. Shouldn't you be all Advil?
Tonight at 6, do you check the restaurant report before you eat?
Burger medium well.
Do you believe what you see?
Everything's clean.
Everything's clean.
News Channel 5's Jennifer Krause goes beyond the posted score.
Isn't the food supposed to be covered?
To see what's really in the kitchen.
That's a critical violation.
And in your food.
You cite, and you cite, and you cite, and you shut down repeatedly, and they don't seem to get any better.
You may want to watch before you eat.
Enjoy your meal.
News Channel 5 investigates tonight at 6.
In Iraq, some signs perhaps that conditions are improving. Nationwide, the U.S. military says terror attacks have fallen 55% since the summer, And the Baghdad government said today some 1,600 refugees are now returning to Iraq each day as the U.S. and former enemies team up to fight the terrorists. It is a trend that's being celebrated in one Baghdad neighborhood, as Lara Logan reports.
The sounds of celebration echo on the streets of Baghdad's deadly Adamir neighborhood for the first time since the U.S. invasion. Former Sunni insurgents, today America's greatest allies in defeating al-Qaeda in Iraq, enjoy a recent victory that left 8 suspected terrorists dead. The U.S. now fights alongside their old Sunni enemy and calls them volunteers.
Some people call them America's militia.
It's not a militia. There's a big difference. These guys are under contract. They've been trained by the Iraqi government.
A U.S. contract that includes a highly unusual weapon, local Sunni women, some 52 of them in Adamir, paid with American tax dollars to protect the schools, hospitals, and anything else the neighborhood needs.
You trained to use an AK-47?
Yeah. But it's so dangerous to be seen working for the U.S. that many of these women hide their identity cards. Their greatest fear is losing their lives and their jobs when the U.S. pulls out.
You don't believe the Iraqi government will pay you?
They hate us. They hate us.
They hate you?
Yeah.
The Shiite-dominated Iraqi government hasn't been as eager as the U.S. to embrace their former Sunni enemies in spite of significant successes. This mass of hidden weapons came from only 2 of 14 caches the volunteers uncovered in Adamir in the past 2 weeks. Only a month ago, this bustling main street was completely deserted. Now, even the only gas station, closed for 2 years, has been reopened by U.S. troops. But the U.S. can't keep paying and protecting the Sunni volunteers forever.
And if it doesn't transition into the Iraqi police and the Iraqi government doesn't take it on, that's the danger.
You're absolutely right. That is a huge danger.
A danger that could send the Sunnis back to war, this time with nothing left to lose. Lara Logan, CBS News, Adamir, Iraq.
Up next, the Energizer Bunny can learn a thing or two from this teacher. She just keeps going and going and going.
Teenagers abusing prescription drugs, getting high with deadly consequences. Our investigation Generation RX starts Monday, only on the CBS Evening News with Katie Couric.
Is your sore throat remedy not strong enough? Step up to new Cepacol Maximum Numbing Lozenges. With 50% more pain-numbing medicine, more than any other.
Good morning.
Cepacol. Step up to 50% more.
Ah, your minestrone for lunch.
With the finest herbs, aged Parmesan.
And a slow simmered tomato base. This should be a healthy choice soup.
Great minds think alike.
Introducing savory soups from Healthy Choice.
Are you like me? I have high blood pressure and I have high cholesterol. Sometimes problems come in twos, but sometimes help can come in one. Catawit. Catawit contains 2 proven medicines, Norvasc for high blood pressure and Lipitor for high cholesterol, combined in 1 pill, Catawit. Catawit is one of many treatment options that I discussed with my doctor. Ask your doctor if Catawit is right for you. Along with diet and exercise, 1 pill doing 2 jobs for me. My doctor said Catawit is not for everyone. It's not for people with liver problems and women who are nursing, pregnant, or may become pregnant. To check for liver problems, you need simple blood tests. Tell your doctor about any heart problems and all other medications you are taking, or if you experience muscle pain or weakness, as they may be a sign of a rare but serious side effect. For blood pressure and cholesterol-lowering benefits, it's Catawit. 1 pill, 2 medicines. Makes sense to you? Makes sense to me. 1 pill, 2 medicines. Ask your doctor if Catawit is right for you.
Introducing new Scope White Mouthwash. It's the only mouthwash that gives you lasting Scope freshness and whiter teeth. Now with whiter teeth and Scope Fresh Breath, you can get the confidence to capture them near or far.
Hi.
New Scope White Mouthwash. Get extra whitening power with Crest Extra White plus Scope toothpaste.
It fuels our lives and creates the products we depend on. It powers our workforce. It brings us home and gives us warmth. It lets us travel the earth and reach for the sky. Vital for life. too precious to waste: oil and natural gas. Together, let's use it wisely. Learn more at energytomorrow.org.
Wherever good can overcome, that is where your contributions to the Salvation Army go.
Coming up in just moments on News Channel 5 at 6, it's one of the best-known cold case murders here in the Nashville area, but police could be close to solving it. Details at 6.
Finally tonight, say 65, and a lot of people will say retirement. But according to the Census Bureau, 1 out of 4 Americans between the ages of 65 and 74 still works. Some work a lot longer than that, like the woman you're about to meet. As Michelle Miller tells us, when it comes to longevity, she's at the head of the class.
It's bright and early at Palisades High School, but the students in room 204 better be wide awake.
Come on, get it organized, booby.
Their English teacher is fast.
Who goes first, second, third?
Furious.
Don't make a mess.
And when the hat comes out, she's on fire.
So let's see if you can handle it. If I'm on fire, the kids are on fire. Not anyone, bunk.
Meet Rose Gilbert, a.k.a. Mama G. At 89, she's one of the oldest high school teachers in the nation.
She's 89, but she's just like us. She's bubbly, she's energetic, she's spontaneous, she's amazing.
Come here, boobies, come here.
In her classroom, every student is a bubby.
It's a term of endearment, like bubula, sweetie pie. I'm not going to call him sweetie pie. Swinging to and fro on his rickety stool.
And every class is an opportunity to share her passion for literature.
I love to teach because of the interaction with the kids. It's always something new and something refreshing. And it keeps me on my toes.
She's been on her toes for 56 years. So long, she's now teaching the kids of her kids.
My father had her in '67. He just had not believed that she was actually still teaching here.
Students say she brings books to life, making classic themes like love and loss hit home.
See her again.
Moving some to tears.
In the interest of full disclosure, I must confess that I, too, was a student of Rose Gilbert's. And though she's taught thousands of kids, she says she remembers a little something about every one of us.
You read that real part that was so emotional. You started to cry. And a lot of the girls cried. Cervantes.
For Mama G, every day is a reunion.
In 1986, somebody put pot in the coffee pot.
16 of her students now teach at Pally. She's as proud as any parent. Her classroom walls prove it. And she's giving back thanks to the fortune of her late husband, Sam. At her alma mater, UCLA, about 100 students owe their degrees to scholarships she's endowed.
When will you stop teaching?
Never. They'll take me out feet first.
Something tells me she'll go out kicking.
Okay, boobies. It was a good day, wasn't it?
Michelle Miller, CBS News, Los Angeles.
And that's the CBS Evening News. For Katie Couric, I'm Russ Mitchell. I'll see you again first thing in the morning on The Early Show. Have a great Thanksgiving. Good night.
For news 24 hours a day, click on CBSNews.com. Brought to you in part by Prilosec OTC. Want to keep your heartburn from coming back? Try Prilosec OTC, the only OTC heartburn remedy that works to block heartburn before it begins. For 24 hours with 1 pill a day. The round-the-clock heartburn blocker.
One cold case arrest could lead to another and possibly solve the most famous murder mystery in Nashville history. Exclusive details on the Marcia Trimble case.
Shots rang out at a high school basketball tournament, sending 2 teens to the hospital.
Police say be careful if you're traveling this Thanksgiving Day weekend. They've already had 2 fatalities. I'm Mark Bellinger. I'll have a live report coming up next.
Severe thunderstorm watch for West Tennessee as a line of storms ahead of a cold front progresses eastward. And wait till you see how cold it's going to be for your Thanksgiving.
News Channel 5 investigates dirty restaurants, what you need to know before you go out to dinner.
The recent recalls could mean major problems for local charities that provide toys to children in need. The news is now.
From your news and information leader, Tennessee's first local news in high definition. This is News Channel 5 at 6.
I thought, Marshall could be next. Marshall's case could be next.
Tonight, a stunning development in Nashville's biggest unsolved murder mystery.
One cold case arrest could now lead to another.